Today, by looking at the body's incredible survival system, the fight or flight response. Fight or flight response. Our story begins in the brain's command center, the hypothalamus. So, the structure, the dot you are seeing is representing the hypothalamus in the brain, and just beneath it there is another dot, that is pituitary gland. So what will happen, the moment you sense danger, the hypothalamus sounds alarm by releasing a messenger called corticotropin releasing hormone, which is written as corticotropin releasing hormone, and this hormone travels to pituitary, which is just underneath. Now, pituitary will release adrenocorticotropic hormone, which is known as ACTH. Via bloodstream, it will go to these structures just above the kidney called adrenal glands. These are adrenal glands. What this hormone will do, it will tell adrenal glands to flood your blood with adrenaline, which is a hormone. Adrenal glands will flood your blood with adrenaline hormone. What we have done here, we have just flipped the switch from calm to emergency mode. Calm to emergency mode. Now that the adrenaline signal is rushing through your body, we need the fuel to actually power our response. This is where the liver steps in. So, this is where the liver steps in. Think of the liver as your body's backup battery. It stores energy in a complex branched form called glycogen. Here you can see the boxes which are glycogen. Now, when that adrenal signal hits the liver cells, it triggers a high-speed chemical reaction called glycogenolysis. High-speed chemical reaction called glycogenolysis. Focus on the word. It contains two things, glycogen and lysis. So what does this lysis mean? Lysis is breakdown. This process unpacks those complex chains and breaks them down into simple glucose molecules, basically pure energy. Here you can see these dots. These are glucose molecules. So These glycogen will be broken down into these glucose molecules. This provides an instant sugar rush to your bloodstream. And why do we need this sugar rush? This glucose is what your muscles and brain will use to stay sharp and move fast. This glucose will be used by your muscles and brain. So, even if you haven't eaten in hours, your liver makes sure you have high grade fuel ready for your emergency. Let's look at again. So, this is your liver. When this hormone adrenal will bind to its cells, it will break down the stored glycogen into glucose by the process called glycogenolysis, which simply means breakdown of glycogen. And from here, the glucose molecules will enter into bloodstream to go to muscles and brain. To turn the sugar from your liver into actual physical energy, your muscles need a massive amount of oxygen. This is why your breathing pattern changes almost instantly. Under the command of adrenaline, the smooth muscles in your lungs relaxes. This causes the small airways called bronchioles to widen, a process known as bronchodilation. So, in this process, the bronchioles will widen. By opening up these pathways, you can gulp in much larger volumes of air with every breath. This is alveoli. The oxygen rushes into your bloodstream and the carbon dioxide, the waste product, is pushed out faster. It's like opening every window in a building to get a cross breeze going. Your body is maximizing its intake to keep the engine running at full speed. So, this oxygen will go into bloodstream and will go to muscles. With your lungs pulling in oxygen and your liver releasing sugar, your body now needs a way to deliver those resources to your muscles as fast as possible. So, the glucose and oxygen needs to get delivered to your muscles as soon as possible. This is where the heart takes center stage. Under the influence of adrenaline, your heart rate doesn't just speed up, it contracts with much more force. Here you can see this is that thumping or pounding sensation you feel in your chest during scare. By increasing the heart rate and the stroke volume, which is the amount of blood pumped per beat, the heart ensures that oxygen-rich blood and glucose are zooming through your arteries. It's a high-pressure delivery system designed to make sure your arms and legs are fully charged and ready to move in a split second. So, by increasing the heart rate and the stroke volume, the heart ensures that oxygen-rich blood and glucose are zooming through your arteries, and your arms and legs are ready to move in a split second. Now that your body is fueled up and ready, your senses need to sharpen. One of the most visible changes happens right there in the eyes. Under the influence of adrenaline, the muscles in your iris relaxes, causing your pupils to undergo dilation. So in the image you can see that this is your pupil in normal situation, and this is in the influence of adrenaline. The pupil is visibly dilated. You may wonder, why does this matter? It floods your retina with more visual information, helping you spot movement in the shadows or see things more clearly in low light. This is also when tunnel vision often kicks in. Your brain begins to filter out anything that isn't a threat, focusing entirely on the path to safety. You aren't just looking, you're scanning for survival. To wrap things up, we have to look at how the body manages its limited resources. You only have a certain amount of blood. So during an emergency, your body has to play favorites. Through a process called vasoconstriction, the blood vessels leading to your digestive system and skin begin to narrow. What is this process called? Vasoconstriction. It's the constriction of a blood vessel where digestive system and skin. Since you don't need to digest breakfast while running from a threat, your body pauses this system. So this will get paused for now. This is why you get that butterflies feelings or a dry mouth when you are nervous. To turn the sugar from your liver into actual physical energy, your muscles need a massive amount of At the same
Oxygen.
time, vasodilation occurs in the vessels leading to your skeletal
This
muscles.
is why your breathing pattern changes almost instantly.
Under the command of adrenaline, the smooth muscles in your lungs, these pipes
Relaxes.
open wide,
This causes
allowing
the
that
small
oxygen
airways
glucose
called
we have been
bronchioles
talking about
to
to
widen,
flood into your
a
arms
process
and
known as
legs.
bronchodilation. So, in this process,
Blood
the
redirection ensures
bronchioles
your muscles are at peak performance. This is called blood
will
redirection.
widen. By opening up these pathways,
Which
you can
ensures your
draw in
muscles are
much
at
larger
peak
volumes of
performance.
air
Once the threat
with
is
every
gone,
breath.
your parasympathetic nervous
This
system will
is
take over to
alveoli.
reverse all these changes,
The oxygen rushes into
bringing you
your
back to a state of
bloodstream
rest and digest.
and the carbon dioxide,
So,
the waste
once the
product,
threat
is
is
pushed
gone,
out faster.
your parasympathetic nervous system will
It's like opening
take over to
every
reverse
window in
all
a
these
building to
changes,
get a cross breeze
bringing you
cold.
back to the state of
Your
rest
body is
and
maximizing its heat rate
digest.
to keep the engine running at full speed.
Thank you for following
So,
along with the
this
incredible
oxygen will
science
go
of the
into your
fight or
bloodstream
flight response.
and will go
See you
to
in the next video.
muscles.